Watu waweze kuona, Bwana Spika, itakuwa ni vizuri zaidi. Nashukuru Bwana Spika, na asema asante.
Senator Ole Kina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to oppose this motion as presented by the Majority Leader. Mr. Speaker, apart from the mood of the House, there's a lot of sensationalization on this matter of impeachment, with severe allegations being thrown by both parties. And I think if we reduce this to a committee, others might end up arguing that it's a clandestine move to be able to either save or impeach the governor. So in my view, I think it is best if we carry out plenary so that we can sit here. Those who would be patient enough to sit here will listen to the allegations either being substantiated or not being substantiated. And the entire country and the world will be able to observe. Mr. Speaker, I think it is imperative. And Mr. Speaker, this is a time when we take some matters very seriously. Personally, I have received almost 300 shillings in 1 shilling, 1 shilling, 1 shilling, being greeted by people of Meru. And my job, when I sit here to deal with issues of impeachment, I deal on matters that are brought before myself. It is important for us to realize that the county assembly is the one that impeaches the governor. The Senate sits as a jury. So that misconception out there that the Senate is the one that impeaches the governor should actually be corrected. So, Mr. Speaker, with those few remarks, I oppose the motion and I vote for this motion to go on plenary. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mungatana.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the idea that the plenary should sit on this matter, Mr. Speaker, to decide on behalf of Kenyans. Mr. Speaker, this motion is so crucial. It is so crucial that we cannot afford to let it go to a committee. And Mr. Speaker, I am speaking this because there was a similar motion brought in the National Assembly to impeach a cabinet secretary. And the mood of the House in the National Assembly at that time was that the cabinet secretary must go. Then a select committee was chosen. And Mr. Speaker, they came back and said the minister should stay, against the majority of the people sitting in the House. So, Mr. Speaker, let us not go that way. Let us agree on one issue, that it is too important for us to leave it to a committee. Let us go the plenary way, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to emphasize one thing. It is the county assembly that impeaches, and it is the Senate that convicts or acquits. We sit here as a court. In fact, in the US, Mr. Speaker, the Chief Justice, when it is the impeachment of the President, it is the Chief Justice who sits on your place to do the actual trial of the impeachment. And Mr. Speaker, the experience that we take from that side, in fact, Mr. Speaker, we cannot, in fact, if you look, we cannot leave this to a committee. Mr. Speaker, let us not have too much debate. Let us agree the matter is too important for us to leave it to a committee. Mr. Speaker, I support that we should go the plenary way. I thank you.
Senator Sifuna.
Honorable Speaker, I happen to be a member of the SBC, and there's always been debate when we come to this particular juncture on which of the two methods is superior. I think I have held the position that, in my view, the committee way is a far superior way of interrogating these issues than the plenary manner. And I have 4 reasons that I wanted to advance here in support of this thinking. First of all, Mr. Speaker, the Senate is on recess, and I know that people had committed to do other things. It is not fair to drag the entire Senate to sit here just to listen to these allegations. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, many of the people who are shouting plenary here, we have been with them through these processes before. You will be sitting there, and there will be 3 people in this chamber. Many of them do not even sit through those proceedings, as much as they want to make noise this particular moment and say they want plenary. Thirdly, Honorable Speaker, we saw some...
Senator Sifuna, your colleagues certainly cannot be said to be making noise.
You can hear them shouting, Honorable Speaker. What do you mean?
I am referring to their contribution. It cannot be termed as noise.
Let me proceed, Honorable Speaker. I want to address the question of interrogation and the cross-examination of witnesses. This frustration is a frustration that members shared last time when we went the plenary way. And because I have experienced both of those methods, it is my humble view that it is easier, it is better, there is greater opportunity to cross-examine witnesses and to ask questions, supplementary questions, when you go the committee way. Lastly, there was a question that was raised here, Honorable Speaker, on the involvement of our nominated colleagues in decision-making when it comes to this particular issue. And in my view, it is something that you can also give your view. The nominated senators get a greater opportunity to make decision or participate in the decision-making when they are members of a committee as opposed to plenary. Because at plenary, they all know only the elected senators will get to vote. Finally, Honorable Speaker, when I look at the colleagues who have been nominated to this particular committee, the Honorable Sigei, who is the chair of the Legal Affairs Committee, my chair of Energy, Honorable Matinga, Abdul Haji, who is a member of the Speaker's panel, and Wafula, our colleague, Gloria Uroba, and of course the senators from our side, Honorable Shakila, Honorable Montet, Eddie, Issa, and Honorable Senator Beatrice Ogola. I have all the faith, Honorable Speaker, that this team of 11 can be able to execute this particular assignment on behalf of the House. I want to lastly join my colleague, Senator Kina, in saying there is no other influence other than the evidence and the allegations that is going to bear on the decision of this House when we sit to determine this matter. So people should stop sending us messages. Honorable Speaker, I don't understand why people are sending us messages from Meru, from all sides, telling us, oh, this is so and so, this is so and
Senator Mundigi. Order, Honorable Senator.
Asante, Bwana Spika. Katika Kenya kuna county inaitwa Meru County na iko na wapiga kura 800,000. Bwana Spika, leo sio siku ya kwanza ya kuongea mambo ya Meru. Leo ni siku ya 3. Nashangaa sana watu nikisikia watu wakisema twende watu 11. Kenya yote katika kaunti 47 inaangalia vile tutaamua hii kesi ya Meru. Kwa sababu ya kipindi ya miaka 2 watu wa Meru wamehangaika, wameumia. Sio safari ya kwanza gavana Kawira kuletwa hapa, hii ni mara ya 3. Tulisema wakati wa pili tulimpatia onyo tukamwambia aende angalie. Katika Biblia 1:18 njoo tusemesane, waende waongee na makanisa, waongee na MP na MCA, waweze kusemesana, waweze kuona vile watasaidia kaunti ya Meru. Sasa ni safari ya 3. Ningeomba mimi kama Senator wa Embu County naunga mkono tuweze kwenda kusikiza Kawira tukiwa maseneta 67, kwa sababu ni watu tuko na unjuzi wa kuamua aidha Kawira amefanya makosa mara ya 3 ama hajafanya. Kwa sababu sioni vile hawa MCA kila dakika usiku na mchana wanaweza kuwa wanakelea Kawira. Mpaka tuangalie vile itakuwa kama amefanya makosa atimuliwe na seneta 67.
Order.
Kama hajafanya makosa arudishwe.
Honorable Senators, order. Senator Mundigi. Now, Senators, Honorable Senators, in my message that I read to you, and I want to believe that Senator Mundigi was in the House when I was passing that message, our contribution should be limited on whether or not we should go the committee way. Leave Meru out of this debate for now. Senator Wambua.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't know what the excitement is about. Mr. Speaker, I stand to oppose the motion on the appointment of a select committee to handle the impeachment of the governor of Meru. Mr. Speaker, for a good reason. You know, the Senate does not exist in a vacuum. We live in a society, and we have ears, we listen. We hear what people are saying, we see what is happening. Mr. Speaker, the matter of the impeachment of the governor of Meru has attracted immense interest beyond Meru, beyond the eastern region. It would be better, Mr. Speaker, that everybody gets to see the proceedings on the floor of the Senate. And as this happens, Mr. Speaker, I want to borrow from the case of O.J. Simpson. And the jury said, if the gloves fit, if they do not fit, you acquit. If the gloves fit, you convict. The Speaker, guided by the evidence and facts that shall be brought here on the plenary, that decision will be made. I vote for the plenary.
Senator Chute.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me also take this opportunity to stand to oppose this motion. Honorable Speaker, we've had over 10 impeachments for the last 10 years. And out of those, Senator Kawira is coming here for the third time. The first time, it went committee way, and it was chaired by His Excellency, the future governor, and now Senator Boni Khalwale. The second one went plenary way, and this one also should go the plenary way, simply because the Kenyans are looking at the Senate now, and we want to participate fully. And I want to take this opportunity to completely disagree with Senator, Nairobi Senator. Nairobi Senator referred to this house as mostly empty. You can find only 3 people. I think if the 3 people are found here, Senator Nairobi wouldn't be here because he's always also absentee. Let him not pretend to be being here. So, Honorable Speaker, I support the plenary way. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Dulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I oppose the motion simply because I believe, having been around for some time now, I have experience of both committee and plenary way. If I may give a very good example of a committee that actually brought down a senator in this country, when we went committee way, it was during the impeachment of former Nyeri governor. I sat in that committee. We went very well up to the end. The last minute, we were actually 2 members who were left supporting the impeachment. And when it came to the House, the senator was really devastated. And he ended up even losing his seat because it really touched him. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, this Meru matter is very serious. It's not a matter of people saying plenary or committee way. It's a matter that is affecting seriously Meru people. And we must look at it critically, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe if we go plenary way, Meru County will be able to see what is happening at the impeachment of their governor. But if it goes committee way, sometimes they might not even watch to see what transpires at the committee level. Mr. Speaker, having been around for some time, participated in both plenary and committee, I fully support plenary. I thank you.